Numerous studies have documented that cancer cells rely on glutamine and glucose to fuel proliferation and progression. As we gain a better understanding into cancer's over-reliance on these fuel sources, momentum is building to use metabolic therapies to target cancer. Leading that charge is Dr. Thomas Seyfried of Boston College. Dr. Thomas Seyfried emphasizes that practically all cancer cells use fermentation to produce energy, and that starving cancer cells of glutamine and glucose is critical to destroying the disease.
If every cancer cell is getting energy without oxygen, where are they getting their ability to grow? What other sources? And I say fermentation. Okay, what's driving the fermentation? Glucose, which has always been known to do that. But the new thing now is that glutamine can drive a fermentation metabolism, and that's our big discovery. We have two fuels, the glucose and the glutamine, both synergistic with each other. It's unbelievable. The two pathways that drive these two fuels are powerfully interactive, and that allows this cancer cell to grow very robustly as long as it has the availability of glucose and glutamine. So without glucose and glutamine, the tumor cell can't grow. It dies.
But how can people inhibit cancer cells from accessing glutamine and glucose? Let's look at glucose first. Dr. Thomas Seyfried and others point to evidence that using a ketogenic diet can help people fighting cancer. Keto diets substantially reduce the consumption of foods high in carbohydrates. This can effectively reduce the amount of glucose in the bloodstream that would be available for cancer cells to use. Now, when it comes to blocking glutamine, Dr. Thomas Seyfried recommends using a drug called DON, which is 6-diazo-5-oxo-L-norleucine. Unfortunately, this drug is still considered experimental, which means that licensed medical providers are reluctant to prescribe DON outside of a clinical trial. We hope Dr. Thomas Seyfried is able to organize the clinical trials he is working towards to test his protocol. For now, the only safe and easily accessible options that have evidence of disrupting cancer cells' access to glutamine are food and supplements. The world's library of medical articles is the largest source of information we have that identifies nutrients in food that can help fight cancer. The problem is these medical journals are usually geared towards readers who have a deep education in biology.